That's right. We need a lot more ground truth on Mars. We need a lot more space probes landing on the surface, analysing it. We have rovers on the surface at the moment, and there are sophisticated laboratories going there to trundle around the surface and make measurements. But we need a lot more of how you would live there, how you would live off the land, what you would need. And certainly the technology is very early days at the moment. One thing that's stopping people designing a mission to Mars, and it would take 9 months to get there using current technology, is that there is a feeling in the air that if you wait a little bit, we'll have faster rockets, we'll have a quicker round trip, and that would affect how you would design a mission. And if you designed it using today's technology, you might be wasting your money. So there's a great deal of enthusiasm, there's a great deal of frustration. Now we're not going back to the moon to get on and get to Mars. And I think this round trip not coming back is sort of an idea that's designed to get information.
I mean, but if it were to be a one-way, I know they're trying to get entrepreneurs involved as well, if it were to be a one-way trip, there'd be question marks about the kind of people you'd attract who'd want to go and do that kind of thing anyway, wouldn't there?
Quite right. Certainly people want to get the new media billionaires on board because they're the ones with the money. And if they decided to do it, they could bankroll this for quite a few years. There would be no shortage of highly trained astronauts, highly motivated.
Of nominations. I can think quite a few people I'd like to send.
That's right. Who would want to go there? And but I think that ultimately the American government, who would have the final say in this, wouldn't actually want somebody to go to Mars and not come back, because it's one thing going to Mars and living there for 3 months, 6 months, a year, but staying there for the rest of your life, particularly when the resources are so meagre and you rely on food parcels from Earth, is a very different matter.
There's just one final thought that I had there, about, if it were the one-way trip, about evolution. You leave them out there, what happens in 10,000 years' time? Do they come back and invade this planet? They're a totally different species.
Eventually we will have long-term colonies, but this is probably not the way to do it.